Every day, millions of people wake up with the same quiet frustration, a tight stomach, a strange pressure, a feeling that something is just not right. The discomfort comes and goes, but it never truly leaves. One day it is bloating, the next day it is burning, then cramps, then gas, then that heavy feeling after a small meal that should not have caused any problem at all. Do you feel bloated almost every day? Does your stomach feel heavy even after eating less? Random cramps? Gas? Acid rising into your chest for no clear reason? You are not alone. And here is the part most people get wrong. Your stomach is not weak. It is reacting. It is responding to signals. It is trying to protect you. And the real cause might surprise you. Most people blame spicy food, or oily meals, or street snacks. Some say it is just bad digestion. Others assume it is normal with age. But the human stomach is not designed to struggle every single day. It is built to break down food smoothly. It produces acid at the right level. It moves food at the right speed. It communicates directly with your brain. Yes, directly. There is a powerful two-way connection between your brain and your gut. Scientists call it the gut-brain axis. When you feel stressed, your stomach tightens. When you feel anxious, acid levels shift. When you rush through meals, your digestive system falls behind. What feels like a small habit can slowly turn into daily irritation. And here is a lesser-known fact. Around 70% of your immune system is connected to your gut. That means when your stomach is constantly upset, your whole body can feel tired, foggy, and inflamed. This is not random discomfort. It is a chain reaction. Another hidden truth is that your gut is home to trillions of bacteria. Some are helpful, some are harmful. When they are balanced, digestion feels light and easy. When that balance is disturbed by stress, processed food, antibiotics, or lack of sleep, gas and bloating become common. Your stomach starts sending signals. The problem is that most people silence those signals instead of understanding them. Quick fixes give short relief. Antacids calm the burn for a few hours. Skipping meals reduces the pressure for a moment. But the root cause stays untouched. Over time, the cycle repeats. Eat. Feel discomfort. Take relief. Repeat. Many people live like this for years, thinking it is normal. It is not normal. It is common, but not normal. And there is a big difference. In this video, you will learn what is truly behind your constant stomach problems. You will understand how stress quietly changes digestion without you noticing. You will discover how eating too fast can trap air and create painful bloating. You will learn why certain foods that seem harmless may be triggering hidden sensitivities. You will understand how overusing acid-reducing medicine can sometimes make digestion weaker instead of stronger. And you will learn the warning signs that should never be ignored. By the end of this video, you will see your stomach in a completely different way. Not as an enemy, not as a weak organ, but as a messenger. A system reacting to pressure, imbalance, and daily habits. The goal is not to scare you. The goal is to wake you up to patterns you may not have noticed. Because once you understand the pattern, you can break it. There is a reason your body keeps repeating the same discomfort. There is a reason the bloating returns. There is a reason the acid rises at night. And when you connect the dots, the picture becomes clear. So stay with me until the end, because each part builds on the next. Missing one piece could mean missing the real cause. And the final insight might completely change how you look at your daily routine. Your stomach has been trying to tell you something for a long time. Today we are finally going to listen. Welcome to our channel, where we break down complex health topics into simple truths you can actually use. If you care about understanding your body and taking control of your health, make sure you subscribe and join our growing community. Let's begin. Most people immediately point their finger at food: spicy curry, fried snacks, street food, late-night meals. They say their digestion is weak. They say their stomach cannot handle strong flavors. They say it is just acidity. But the stomach does not randomly decide to struggle. It reacts to triggers, real triggers. Food can be one of them, yes, but it is rarely the only one. In many cases, the problem starts long before the first bite. It begins with stress sitting quietly in the background. It builds with rushed mornings, late nights, constant notifications, unfinished tasks, and a nervous system that never truly relaxes. Your body does not separate mental stress from physical stress. To your system, pressure is pressure. When you are tense, your brain sends signals through nerves and hormones. Those signals travel directly to your digestive tract. The stomach changes how much acid it produces. Sometimes it produces too much, sometimes too little. Both can create discomfort. Too much acid can cause burning and irritation. Too little acid can leave food sitting longer than it should, leading to heaviness and fermentation. Stress also slows down the movement of food through your intestines. This slowing down is not random. It is part of a survival response. When your brain thinks you are under threat, digestion becomes less important. Blood flow shifts. Muscles tighten. The gut becomes sensitive. This is why cramps appear during anxiety. This is why bloating shows up before an exam, a meeting, or a difficult conversation. The brain and the gut are directly connected through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. It is a two-way communication system. Your thoughts influence your stomach, and your stomach influences your mood. When you are anxious, your stomach feels tight. When your stomach is irritated, your mood can drop. This connection is powerful and often ignored. Many people try to fix stomach pain with food changes alone, without addressing the stress that is quietly driving the irritation. And that is only the beginning. Inside your gut lives a massive community of tiny organisms, trillions of bacteria. This community is called the gut microbiome. Think of it as an ecosystem. When balanced, it works in your favor. Good bacteria help break down food. They produce helpful compounds. They protect against harmful microbes. They support your immune system. But ecosystems are delicate. Antibiotics can wipe out both bad and good bacteria. Processed food feeds the wrong types of microbes. Too much sugar allows harmful bacteria to grow faster. Lack of fiber starves the helpful ones. Over time, the balance shifts. This imbalance is called dysbiosis. When dysbiosis develops, gas production increases. Food ferments more than it should. Bloating becomes frequent. Bowel movements become irregular. One day constipation, another day loose stool. The gut lining can become irritated. When irritation continues, sensitivity increases. Foods that once felt normal now feel heavy. Even small portions create pressure. This is not because your stomach is weak. It is because the environment inside has changed. Imbalance leads to irritation. Irritation leads to symptoms. And symptoms repeat daily. Now add modern eating habits to this picture. Meals are rushed. Chewing is minimal. Screens are always on. Many people swallow large bites without breaking food down properly. Digestion does not begin in the stomach. It begins in the mouth. Saliva contains enzymes that start breaking down carbohydrates. Chewing signals the stomach to prepare acid and enzymes. When chewing is poor, this preparation is weak. Large pieces of food reach the stomach. The stomach has to work harder. Food stays longer. Fermentation increases. Gas builds. On top of that, eating while distracted reduces awareness. You may eat faster than your stomach can handle. The signal that tells you to stop eating takes time to reach your brain. If you finish your meal before that signal arrives, you overload your stomach. Overloading stretches the stomach walls. Stretching creates discomfort. Many people also drink fizzy beverages with meals. Carbonated drinks release gas inside the stomach. That gas has to go somewhere. It builds pressure. The result is burping, bloating, and a tight feeling under the ribs. Swallowing air while talking during meals or drinking through straws adds even more air into the system. Small habits stack up. Each one seems harmless. Together they create daily irritation. When stress changes acid levels, when gut bacteria fall out of balance, when food is rushed and poorly chewed, the stomach responds. It tightens. It slows. It produces more gas. It becomes sensitive. The discomfort you feel is a reaction, not a random flaw. Your body follows patterns. Stress increases hormone release. Hormones influence gut movement. Gut movement influences bacterial balance. Bacterial balance influences gas and inflammation. Eating habits either support or disturb this system. Everything is connected. The modern lifestyle pushes this system constantly. Late-night eating disrupts natural digestive rhythms. Poor sleep affects gut bacteria. High-sugar diets feed inflammatory microbes. Repeated antibiotic use leaves the gut ecosystem fragile. Constant mental pressure keeps the nervous system on alert. When the nervous system stays in fight or flight mode, digestion remains in the background. Blood flow shifts away from the gut toward muscles. The stomach becomes more sensitive to stretch and acid. This is why some people feel pain even when medical tests show nothing severe. The nerves are more reactive. The gut lining may be mildly inflamed. Inflammation does not always mean disease. It can be low grade, subtle, but enough to cause daily discomfort. The immune cells in your gut respond to stress and imbalance. When they sense disturbance, they release chemicals that increase sensitivity. This creates a cycle. Stress causes irritation. Irritation increases sensitivity. Sensitivity makes normal digestion feel uncomfortable. Many people think they just need stronger medication. But medication does not always solve imbalance. Sometimes it changes acid levels without fixing the root cause. Low stomach acid can slow protein digestion. Poor protein digestion can increase fermentation in the intestines. More fermentation means more gas. More gas means more bloating. The system becomes confused. The stomach is not malfunctioning. It is adapting to signals it receives every day. Signals from your thoughts. Signals from your habits. Signals from your diet. Signals from your environment. Even dehydration can slow digestion. Water helps move food smoothly through the intestines. Without enough fluid, stool becomes harder. Hard stool moves slowly. Slow movement increases pressure and discomfort. Fiber intake also matters. Too little fiber starves helpful bacteria. Too much fiber suddenly added can create gas if bacteria are not balanced. Balance is the key theme. Not extremes. Not quick fixes. Balanced bacteria. Balanced acid. Balanced nervous system. Balanced eating speed. When one part shifts too far, the stomach reacts. It is also important to understand that your gut lining acts as a barrier. It decides what enters your bloodstream and what stays out. Chronic stress can weaken this barrier. Poor diet can irritate it. When the lining becomes slightly more permeable, the immune system reacts more easily. This reaction can increase bloating and discomfort. The person feels as if everything irritates their stomach. In reality, the system has become more reactive. Modern life rarely gives the gut time to reset. Meals are eaten late. Work continues into the night. Sleep is cut short. Screens keep the brain stimulated. The gut follows circadian rhythms just like the brain. When sleep is poor, digestion becomes less efficient. The next day, hormones that regulate appetite and movement shift. Cortisol rises. Elevated cortisol influences acid production and gut motility. All these changes are subtle, but over months and years, subtle becomes constant. Constant becomes normal. People accept daily bloating as part of life. It is not meant to be normal. The stomach is designed to handle a wide range of foods. It is strong. It contains acid powerful enough to break down protein and kill harmful microbes. It contracts rhythmically to push food forward. It coordinates with the pancreas and liver to release enzymes and bile. This is a complex system. When it struggles daily, it signals imbalance. Stress keeps muscles tight. Tight abdominal muscles can add to the feeling of pressure. Shallow breathing during anxiety reduces diaphragm movement. The diaphragm plays a role in massaging abdominal organs. When breathing is shallow, this natural massage reduces. Movement of the gut slows. Even posture affects digestion. Slouching compresses the abdomen. Compression can increase reflux and bloating. Again, small habits stacking up. None dramatic alone, powerful together. Your gut bacteria also produce certain chemicals that communicate with the brain. Some influence mood. Some influence appetite. When the microbiome is disturbed, these signals change. You may crave more sugar. More sugar feeds harmful bacteria. The cycle deepens. Gas production increases because certain bacteria produce more hydrogen and methane. Methane can slow gut movement further, leading to constipation and bloating. Hydrogen can increase pressure and discomfort. The composition of your microbiome can change within days of diet shifts. Highly processed food reduces microbial diversity. Lower diversity often means less resilience. A less resilient gut reacts more strongly to stress and dietary changes. Antibiotics, while life-saving when needed, can drastically reduce bacterial populations. Recovery may take months. During that time, digestion can feel different, sensitive, unpredictable. Probiotics can help in some cases, but without lifestyle changes, their effect may be temporary. The gut thrives on routine. Regular mealtimes support stable acid production. Slow eating supports proper enzyme release. Balanced fiber supports bacterial health. Stress management supports nerve health. When routines are chaotic, digestion mirrors that chaos. Even chewing gum frequently can introduce extra air into the digestive tract. That air contributes to bloating. Drinking large amounts of liquid during meals can dilute stomach acid slightly, affecting digestion in sensitive individuals. Eating large heavy meals late at night forces the stomach to work when the body prepares for rest. Lying down soon after eating increases the chance of acid moving upward. Reflux irritates the esophagus and can create a burning sensation. Over time, the body becomes more aware of this sensation. Sensitivity increases. Every part of this system interacts. There is no single villain. It is a pattern, a network of stress, bacteria imbalance, rushed habits, and environmental pressure. Your stomach is at the center of this network. It receives commands from your brain. It hosts bacteria influenced by your diet. It responds to how quickly you eat. It reacts to how much air you swallow. It mirrors your sleep quality. It reflects your stress level. When you start to see digestion as a full body process, the daily discomfort makes more sense. The solution begins with awareness. Awareness of triggers, awareness that mental tension has physical consequences. Awareness that bacteria inside you shape how you feel after meals. Awareness that speed matters, chewing matters, breathing matters, balance matters. And when these pieces slowly move back into alignment, the stomach often follows. Another reason your stomach stays upset is more hidden and more personal. It is not always about how much you eat. Sometimes it is about what your body quietly struggles to process. Hidden food sensitivities are common, and many people live with them for years without realizing it. Lactose intolerance is one example. Milk, ice cream, cheese, creamy tea all seem normal. But if your body does not produce enough of the enzyme that breaks down lactose, that sugar moves into the intestines undigested. There, bacteria feed on it. When bacteria feed, they produce gas. Gas stretches the intestinal walls. Stretching creates bloating and discomfort. The reaction may not always be dramatic. It may not send you running to the bathroom. It may simply create pressure, heaviness, or mild cramps that you brush off. Gluten sensitivity can act in a similar quiet way. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. Bread, pasta, biscuits, many everyday foods contain it. Some people have a severe autoimmune reaction known as celiac disease, but others experience a milder sensitivity. In these cases, gluten can irritate the gut lining without causing obvious immediate pain. The irritation builds slowly. The immune system reacts gently but consistently. Over time, that low-grade inflammation increases sensitivity. Meals that once felt fine begin to cause bloating or fatigue. Artificial sweeteners are another hidden trigger. Many people choose diet drinks or sugar-free snacks to reduce calories. These products often contain sweeteners that are not fully absorbed in the small intestine. When they reach the large intestine, bacteria break them down. This breakdown produces gas and draws water into the bowel. The result can be bloating, cramping, or loose stools. Because these reactions are not always instant, it becomes hard to connect the dots. You may drink a diet soda in the afternoon and feel discomfort in the evening. You may eat bread daily and only notice general heaviness without sharp pain. The pattern hides itself in routine. Low-grade irritation is subtle. It does not scream. It whispers. But when whispering happens every day, the stomach becomes more reactive. The lining becomes more sensitive. The nerves respond faster. You start to think your digestion is fragile. In reality, it is responding consistently to something it does not tolerate well. Your stomach keeps sending signals. You just ignore them. Instead of investigating, many people silence symptoms. They reach for quick relief. Antacids are common. Acid-reducing medicines are easy to access. They calm the burning feeling within minutes. For short-term relief, they can be helpful, but when used repeatedly without addressing the cause, they can create a different problem. Stomach acid has a purpose. It breaks down protein. It activates digestive enzymes. It kills harmful microbes that enter with food. When acid levels are reduced for long periods, digestion becomes weaker. Proteins are not fully broken down. Food sits longer in the stomach. When partially digested food moves into the intestines, bacteria ferment it more than usual. Fermentation produces gas. Gas produces bloating. Some people experience a cycle called acid rebound. When acid is suppressed for a long time and then the medication is stopped, the stomach may temporarily produce more acid than before. This can make burning feel worse, leading the person to restart the medication. The cycle continues. Low acid can also reduce the absorption of certain nutrients over time. Poor nutrient absorption can influence energy levels and overall gut health. Again, the problem is not the medicine itself. The problem is long-term reliance without correcting stress, diet, or eating habits. The chain is simple. Low acid leads to poor digestion. Poor digestion leads to fermentation. Fermentation leads to gas and pressure. Pressure leads to discomfort. Sometimes, though, persistent stomach issues need closer attention. Most daily bloating and mild cramps are related to stress, imbalance, or sensitivity. But certain warning signs should never be ignored. Blood in the stool is one of them. It may appear bright red or dark and tar. Like unexplained weight loss without trying is another sign. Severe pain that does not improve, pain that wakes you from sleep, or pain combined with persistent vomiting also deserves medical evaluation. These signs do not automatically mean something dangerous, but they require proper assessment. Calm awareness is important. Panic is not helpful, but ignoring serious symptoms is also not wise. The digestive system can develop conditions that need treatment beyond lifestyle changes. Consulting a qualified medical professional when warning signs appear is a responsible step. For most people, however, the daily discomfort does not come from a severe disease. It comes from imbalance, and this leads to an important realization. Your stomach is not the enemy. It is not trying to sabotage your day. It is not weak. It is your body asking for balance. Stress pushes acid levels up or down. Chronic tension slows digestion. Imbalanced gut bacteria increase gas production. Hidden sensitivities create low-grade inflammation. Rushed eating overloads the stomach. Excess air from fizzy drinks adds pressure. Overuse of acid-suppressing medicine weakens digestion further. Lack of sleep disrupts gut rhythms. Dehydration slows bowel movement. All these factors combine. The stomach responds the only way it can, with signals. With bloating, with burning, with cramps. When you see the full picture, the pattern becomes clear. The discomfort is not random. It is a message shaped by daily habits, emotional stress, microbial balance, and subtle sensitivities. And the body continues to communicate through sensation, waiting for adjustments that restore stability and calm within the system. If your stomach is always upset, it's not random. It's a pattern. Patterns come from repeated habits, repeated stress, repeated choices. And the good news is this: patterns can be changed. Your body is not working against you. It is responding to what you do every single day. Once you understand that, everything shifts. The bloating, the burning, the heaviness after meals, they stop feeling mysterious. They start making sense. And when something makes sense, you can finally take control of it. Your stomach has been communicating with you for a long time. Small signals, small warnings, small discomforts. The question is not whether your body is speaking. The question is whether you are ready to listen. Because the moment you start listening, real improvement becomes possible. Not through extreme diets, not through quick fixes, but through simple, consistent daily changes that restore balance from the inside out. In the next video, we'll break down simple daily habits to reset your gut naturally. Practical steps, easy adjustments, things you can start doing immediately. When done consistently, they can completely change how your stomach feels every day. If this video helped you see your symptoms in a new way, make sure you like this video so more people can understand what their body is trying to tell them. Subscribe to the channel and join our community if you want clear, simple health explanations without confusion. And share this with someone who always says, "My stomach is bad." They might just discover it's not bad at all. It's just asking for balance.